The Galactic Council chamber fell silent as Ambassador Anna Chen stood before the assembled representatives of 47 species. Her dark eyes swept across the amphitheater, taking in the crystalline forms of the Velkari, the floating gas clouds of the Nethum, and the towering insectoid Krathi. Every one of them had voted to reject humanity's petition for defensive armaments. "You don't understand," Anna said quietly, her voice carrying through the translators with perfect clarity. "We're not asking for weapons because we want war. We're asking because we know what we're capable of when we're pushed too far." The council's speaker, a four-armed Dravenite named Corsul, clicked his mandibles in what passed for laughter among his kind. "Ambassador Chen, humanity has been part of the galactic community for barely 3 decades. You possess no natural armor, no venom, no psychic abilities. Your technology is primitive compared to most species here. Your concerns are quaint." Anna's jaw tightened. "Then you haven't been paying attention to our history." "We have reviewed your records extensively," Corsul replied dismissively. "Yes, you fought among yourselves. Most species do before achieving spaceflight. But you are under the Council's protection now. The aggressive species of the galaxy know better than to challenge our authority." Behind Anna, Luis Rodriguez, the military liaison to the Council, shifted uncomfortably in his uniform. He'd tried to warn them. They'd both tried. "Speaker Corsul," Luis interjected, unable to remain silent. "With respect, you're making a catastrophic mistake. Humans don't have natural weapons because we became the weapon. Every tool we touched, we turned into something that could kill. We're not asking for permission to arm ourselves because we're afraid. We're asking because we're trying to do this the right way, through proper channels. But the Crics Imperium is expanding, and they've marked our colony worlds as targets." "The Crics have been warned," another council member spoke, a melodious-voiced Cyrillian, whose name translated as morning song. "They will face economic sanctions if they violate council space." Anna closed her eyes briefly. "Sanctions? You're going to fight a militant expansionist empire with sanctions?" "This discussion is concluded," Corsul announced. "Humanity's request for Class 7 defensive systems is denied. You will rely on Council peacekeeping forces like every other member species. This session is adjourned." 3 months later, the Crics Imperium attacked. They hit the human colony of New Vancouver first, a peaceful settlement of 200,000 souls tucked into the mountains of Kepler 442b. The Crics expected easy conquest. These soft mammals with their emotional attachments and their art galleries would surrender quickly. They were wrong. The colonists fought with mining lasers, with construction mechs with redirected ore haulers turned into kinetic missiles. When those ran out, they fought with tools, with rocks, with their bare hands. The Crics took New Vancouver, but it cost them 17 warships and 40,000 soldiers. For a settlement with no military installations, the council called an emergency session. Anna stood in the same chamber, but this time she wasn't asking for anything. "We warned you," she said simply. "Now the Crics have learned what you refused to understand. Humans don't have claws or fangs because we made better ones. We don't have armor because we invented shields and bunkers and tactics. We don't have venom because we created chemistry and biology and weapons that make venom look like kindness." "Ambassador Chen," Corsul began, but Anna wasn't finished. "For 10,000 years of recorded history we fought. We fought over resources, over beliefs, over borders drawn in sand. We got so good at killing each other that we invented philosophy and ethics and international law, just to try to stop ourselves. We created the concept of war crimes because we needed rules for the horror we were capable of inflicting." Luis stepped forward, a holographic display materializing between them. "The Crics made a mistake. They thought because we asked nicely, because we followed your rules, because we tried diplomacy first, that we were weak. But every human knows something the galaxy is about to learn." The display showed Earth's history, trenches of World War I, mushroom clouds over Hiroshima, satellite images of ancient craters where cities once stood. "We say, please don't make us mad because we remember what happens when we get mad." Anna continued, her voice harder now. "We spent centuries learning to chain the monster. We built civilization as a cage around our own capacity for violence. And you, in your wisdom, told us we couldn't even have a lock on that cage. The Council will dispatch additional peacekeepers." Morning Song began. "No." Anna's single word cut through the chamber like a blade. "The Council had its chance. Now humanity will handle this our way. You cannot unilaterally violate Council law. Corzel protested. Lewis smiled, but there was nothing warm in it. We're not violating anything. We're withdrawing from the Council effective immediately. We tried to be good citizens of the galaxy. We asked permission. We followed protocols. And 200,000 of our people died because you thought economic sanctions would stop an empire built on conquest. Anna turned toward the exit, Lewis beside her. The Crics wanted war. They'll get one. But don't say we didn't warn you what humans are like when they stop being polite. 6 months later, the Crics Imperium collapsed. Their fleets were shattered, their occupied worlds liberated, their military infrastructure reduced to debris floating in the void. Humanity hadn't just fought back, they'd innovated, adapted, and overwhelmed. They'd turned cargo ships into carriers, mining equipment into weapons, and civilian factories into war machines in weeks. The galaxy watched in horror and fascination as these small, fragile mammals demonstrated what millions of years of evolution as persistence hunters, combined with 10 millennia of near-constant warfare, had created. The Council sent new envoys to meet with Anna and Lewis, now serving as representatives of the independent Terran Federation. We miscalculated, Corzel admitted, his arrogance finally stripped away. Anna nodded slowly. Yes, you did. We came to the stars hoping we'd left the monster behind. We wanted to be explorers, scientists, artists. We wanted to be better than our history. And we can be, as long as nobody forces us to remember what we're capable of. Lewis added quietly. We kept saying, please don't make us mad, because we knew what would happen if you did. The universe has learned now. Let's hope the lesson sticks. The council chambers remained silent long after the humans departed, each species contemplating the same uncomfortable truth. Humanity hadn't joined the galactic community because they needed protection. They joined because everyone else needed protection from them, and they tried so hard to warn them,